To begin with lecture 4, let's start recap what we covered in the last lecture. And we covered quite a lot. We dived into Python packages, which allow you to access very complex and difficult code with easy access points. That we had this metaphor with receptions. So we talked about built-in packages and PyPI packages that you can download. And we delved a little bit into how this works with object-oriented programming. So you access this much more complex code packages using classes and objects. And I introduced you to methods and attributes of objects just to help you understand what it is actually you're dealing with when you're dealing with an imported package and the constructs they are using. And then we moved on to something a bit more practical. We started working on our first major package, which is the pandas data frames. And there we learned some core operation, like reading in CSV files and then inspecting CSV files. We did pandas data slicing, which is one of the key skills you need to learn with this library. And that took up most of that session. And then we started doing some quite interesting analysis actually on a data set, on a large data set, the DepMap cancer data, which I filtered just for 2 cancer types to make it manageable. And I explained the DepMap data in more detail, and we analyzed what are the most essential genes in breast and in myeloid cancer. So today we're going to continue with pandas, and we are also going to start working on data visualization using matplotlib. We're going to spend a little bit of time looking under the hood of pandas to see what actually makes it so useful and what is the power of pandas, which is vectorization. And I'll explain you what that means in a moment. And then we spend the rest of the lecture talking about a really key skill you need to develop as data scientist, which is explorative data analysis, which means you get a large complicated set of data and you have to develop some tools, some quick ways of getting a handle of the data, looking at it in different ways to get a feeling for what you are then explore in much more detail with statistical analysis and with specific questions later. So we're going to talk about visualization principles, and then the core of the lecture will be about matplotlib and visualizing data using figures.